Hello everyone and welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. We're gonna do a quick run through and make sure this thing works, which it looks like it does. We still have to figure out this health bar thing, which we haven't done yet. But we've done decals and we've done double jump power-ups, as you can see. Got our little mini map that works. So anyway, we've done a few tutorials for you guys. But we are going to be changing it up this time. So let's go in here. Let's see here. Assets. Okay, these are just different picks that we've used for like loading screens. We got a spike, victory. So we got our uh, main power up one, and then we did child classes of that. Oh, for this here, and then for that. Okay. So and then the victory, the decal, which and then the glowing emissive, as you can see over there. We did the stretchy tutorial one on these here. Okay, so you guys can see the difference on that. All right, so let's go to widgets. We have our mini map, which you saw a minute ago. We have a credits, so that will be part of the main menu options, which we didn't really get to that on either one of those to fully round out the menu yet. So we'll get to that. The pause menu. I think we have that. And then victory, if we step on the victory thing, we got a health bar that shows on the screen, and then our loading screen, which if we click on something, it should load up a project. So in this video, we're going to cover main menus and, or not really main menus. We're going to cover the how to have a video playing on the main menu. So we're going to show you guys how to do that. So first, we're going to make a new folder here. All right, we're going to call this video. All right. Let's see here. I got to figure out where I had it at. Designer games, maybe? Um, was it this one? Yeah. All right, so we had two videos that we wanted to show you. The human to monster one. This was from a game that me and my team worked on for Capstone. So anyway, if you guys are interested in wanting to play it, let me know. We can work out getting you a build to play. Okay, so uh, we're gonna do these two videos and then show you why. Here are why I'm dragging in two of them. So we got two videos. One's for like say if we do a main menu, and we're gonna do a widget for that one, and then we're gonna do one for a like a splash screen slash loading screen, playing a video before you get to the main menu. So okay, the next thing, so we got our two videos here. The next thing we have to do is make a media player. So right click in your content browser in our new video folder with our videos in it. And we're going to go to media and then media player here. Okay, we're going to check the box with the video output media texture asset. We're going to hit OK. So now we got our new media player, right? Okay, so that's cool. All right, so the next thing, we're going to open the new media player up. We have our files, right? Well, here's the problem. As you can see, no video playback, right? Okay, so we've got to go up here. So first, we can't open these up now with the current plugin we have. So we have to go close this out, and then I'll show you up here. You go to edit, and then you'll go to plugins at the bottom. On the search, you'll look for Electra. And this Electra player will allow for any video playback. So we're going to go ahead and check all these. We're going to save, and then since we just added this, we have to, it says right here, you must restart Unreal to make changes take effect. So we are now going to reload it here. And then so that way those videos that we just added that weren't working will work. All right. So we have our videos, right? We got our 2 videos. We have our media player. This will play the current video on the thing. Okay, so we're going to do the Fire Breath at Mafia Mansion first because that'll be our main menu one. And as you can see, and then here's the Human to Monster one. You can see that one as well. Okay, so with that, the next thing that we're going to do, playback options. We're going to scale, and instead of it looking like this on a fit scale, we want it to fill the screen. So we made it go wide. So that will be how you'd want that to look. All right. So make sure as well whenever you're on the playback options that you have the and not even on the playback options. That just make sure it fills, and then also make sure your video loops. So check the box so that way even if the video gets done playing, it'll continue to play again over and over and over again. Okay. In the details panel over here, make sure you check that loop box. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to go to save. You're going to go back to your map here. And then you're going to right click in your content browser again. This time you're going to create a new material. And this one, you're going to name it whatever you want the first one to be. So we're going to name it material. So M for material, and then underscore. And we're going to call it Fire Breath because that's exactly what it's showcasing, Fire Breath. All right. So we have our material Fire Breath open. Oh, I did this wrong actually. So, all right. So instead of doing it this way, you want to do it because that's why I didn't reference it. Instead of creating a new material from scratch here in the content browser, you're going to right click on the video and then you're going to do uh hmm shouldn't it have like a material, let's see, edit? No, we don't want to edit it. Or is it the new video? Oh, yeah, it's the new video right here. Okay, so whatever we want, whatever one we want. Okay, so Fire Breath. This now should update. Okay, so we're gonna right click, create material, and then we're gonna name this M Fire Breath because this is this video. There. Okay. So now we have our video on a material that we're gonna apply to something. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to drag from the RGB to the emissive color to apply the color to it. And we're going to apply and save it. So this will be where we want it. Okay, close that out. Go back over here to your main map now. And we're going to create a widget for it. So right click in your content browser, you're going to look up user interface widget blueprints, user widget. You're going to call it WB for widget blueprints, and again, name it what the video is, Fire Breath or in this other one, human to monster, whatever case you want. Open the widget up. We're going to drag the canvas panel on here. The next thing, we're going to go up here to common. We're going to drag an image onto the background here. All right, we're going to extend this a little bit. All right, and then you want this in the center. You don't want it for full screen. So make your adjustments. It's going to look weird at first, and so you want your X and Y to be zeroed out, and then you want your alignment to be 0.5 for each, and it'll bring it right back. Okay, so now we got our image overlaying our canvas, so that means we got to find our material. Now it's blank. On the material it says this material does not use that. Change the material domain, and then you just click on it and you'll see your video. All right, so the next thing, it'll compile, save that. All right, so the next thing, we have to go back to the main menu level. All right, so we're going to go to maps, main menu level. All right, so if we click on the play button, it'll have just this right away, right? And this is something we set up in another tutorial. So if you haven't already checked that out, you can go check that out. But that's not what this is about at the moment. We're going to change that to reflect what we want for our screen. So we have our blueprint open here. So let's open our level blueprint. And you can see here, we got our main menu, add to viewport, show mouse cursor, and get our controller. So we kind of got what we need, but we need to extend this a little bit. All right, so first thing that we need to do is we need to create a variable, call it new media. And we're going to make it the media player type of object reference. Okay. As you can see, we can kind of reference that over here. So we're going to drag this out. And then we're going to go open source. This allows us to choose our video that we just created, Fire Breath at Mafia Mansion. We're going to link this up to the create widget, and we're going to pick our widget that we created. Now you're going to see some problems here, and then we'll have to go back and fix it here in just a moment. But this will, let's see, I'm going to fix this too. So when we click on the media down here, when you have your new media, make sure you have your media player, because otherwise it won't work. So always make sure you have that. Okay, so now we should have our thing where it loads up, but you'll notice something right off rip when we do this. All right, so what's the problem with this picture? We have a video, which is cool, but we have a problem, and that being that we cannot select any buttons or do anything other than watch a video, right? Because that is now our main menu. We have the video playing on the background, but we still have to make adjustments. So I'm gonna let this thing finish playing, and then we'll adjust that. Let you guys watch a little bit of the gameplay. All right, so okay. So the problem is we do not have any buttons here. So the next thing that we got to do, drag some buttons onto the screen. And again, this is just an example, so we're not even going to keep this. We're just kind of doing this as a tutorial. So and we'll make the proper adjustments here. All right, let's just make it 200 by 70. Maybe go back to 160. Okay, 160 by 70. Now, this is not the way you would do this. Typically, you would anchor this thing here. So to show you what I mean by anchor, switching that to here in the middle, and then adjusting the alignment like this. But if you leave it up in the corner like this, it will not work properly. So make sure you fix that. You can always have it overlay the button as well. I'll show you what I mean by that. You can literally have it sitting over the top of the button. So that when the player presses it, then yeah. Then they'll have when the player presses the button, then they'll be able to interact with it. All right, so we'll just change this real quick to show you guys the naming conventions again. Let's just move this up to 18, 20 maybe. Okay. New game, options, and quit. You guys have seen this before, how to set up a menu. All right, they'll just rename the text, main menu. Okay, so you guys have an idea of how that works. All right, so now we can always switch it back to our main menu widget, you know, without the video playing in the background. But if we want it to be like this, there you go. So as you can see, we can interact with these, except for they're not coded. It does have main menu, and it does have the ability to see that you're hovering over these buttons, though, and it playing a video in the background. All right, now if we want to change this, say, okay, because we're going to switch it back now. All right, we are going to switch this back to regular main menu. And we're going to switch this to human to monster because that's the new one we're getting ready to create. And we're just going to extend this out so that way when we save it, then we will have that space for when we finish that one. All right. So we can go ahead and compile, save this one. We can switch the media out to this one. Save it. All right, so if we come back over here now to our tutorial and our video folder and our widgets, you can see that our video updated, even on the Fire Breath one, which is why we're going to create another one for this human to monster, okay? So on this video, we're going to create a material, and we're going to call it M for material, human to monster, okay? And we're going to apply the same settings that we did with the main menu one, except for this is going to be a splash screen, which pretty much I just showed you guys what that was. It's the idea of video without the extra buttons on it. And then it will lead up to the level, so we'll show you how that works as well. All right. I'm going to make another widget. This one, widget blueprint, human to monster. So you just make a separate widget. So that way it does the same thing. Let's just look up canvas. Okay. And then we'll do image, drag that image on here. Make sure it overlays all your borders because that's another thing I learned too. that if you have it even with the box, then sometimes the screens won't align properly. So make sure you have it look like this, where it's overlaying it. Okay. And then again, fix the alignment for it. See, it brings it right back here. All right, next thing. Again, choose your image. This one is human to monster. And again, leaves a background, but if we change the material domain, it does the video again. Okay, so now we got our widget set up. We have our material set up. So now we have to come over here. We got to open source. All right, so the next thing we have to do, we have our media, which is going to play that video. The open source, which is updated now to the human to monster. We're going to create a widget. We're going to do human to monster, the new one we just created. We're going to add it to the viewport. So just like what we would have done for the menu, except for there's a couple other things here that you're not noticing. We kept this logic the same for that menu video. So let me just take this off real quick and you can see that everything works from the regular main menu. You can see that. All right, so if I disconnect this and then I reconnect it over here, that video for the splash screen will play this here, this video. So after we put it on the screen, we're going to need a delay. Because how long do we want it to be on the screen, right? I can put it for 4 seconds and it doesn't really play like I want, so I'm putting it for 10 seconds. And then we're going to remove it from the parent because we're going to remove it from what it was already on. This widget here. And then we're going to create a new widget, which is going to put back this main menu screen. Oh, and right, you need to reference something for this removing from parent. It needs to know which widget is it removing. So this one you want to reference. Okay, so now if we, now if we press play, we got our little video here showcasing a change, right? And it's like a little preview video before you really get into the game, giving you a better idea. So it kind of changed. Let's see. Maybe make it 12 seconds. Set of 10 seconds. Get that full monster change out. All right. But anyway, if I did like 4 seconds though, to give you an example, right? If I did 4 seconds on this delay, it wouldn't even finish the monster evolving. So you want to give it plenty of time to play whatever it is that you want it to play. As you can see there were some issues. So, but if we have this extended, uh, let's just say 20 seconds even. If we have this extended, it's going to play the whole video and then it might start replaying the video because we have it on a loop. So that's another thing you got to think about as well. How much of the video do you want them to see? Or how little do you want them to see? Because see, things like this, I mean, uh, it'd be all right in some cases, but you don't want them to see all the smaller things. So it's good just to have just enough. All right, so with that, that'll wrap up this tutorial that it will show you how to link up um, that main menu with a video background, or even having a splash screen with a video background. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm not sure how to include the audio on it, but at least you have a way and capability of showcasing uh, if you have a video of your game and you want to show it in your menu, you know how to do it now. So thank you all for checking this out, and we'll see you guys back for the next tutorial. So stay tuned for more of those. We're going to go ahead and close this out before we wrap this up. Compile and save. All right. All right, and then thank you all for checking out this tutorial, and be on the lookout for more tutorials coming your way sometime soon. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see y'all on the next one.